finding a chainsaw sound and calling it Dragon Balls. Let me show you how I did it. No intro necessary. Let's listen to what we end up with. This is the sound I came up with at the very end of my journey. I timestamped the video so you can jump to the part that matters to you most. First, I start with the vision. The vision for my first sound was the classic chainsaw grind, well defined, but no poser setting diming all the knobs, cause that's everybody's approach. Sorry, please don't kill me in the comments. So first, the signal chain. It's just 4 parts. An HM-2 pedal plugin, an amp, impulse responses, and some very important EQ magic. For the HM-2, my one and only love is the heavy pedal from Audiority. For its flexibility and modes, they play an important role for different flavors of sounds. As for the amp, it's obviously the Roots from ML Soundlabs. It sounds amazing and it's free. Link to those below. My impulse responses for Dragon Balls are also my all-time favorite. The Seacow Labs from Meshal Modern 1 and 2. It's so tasty how they sound together, so I just mixed them 50-50. Let's switch everything on one by one and hear it before the final tone shaping. Next up are the settings. I'll keep it short as well. So yes, I dimed the EQ in the HM-2, but the weird design is not my fault. But I'm only using 25% on the HM-2 plugin gain and almost none on the amp, as you could hear. We're pumping enough in with the HM-2 pedal already. Also, I use a 100% blend only, because what else? The default type and no boost pedal. You'll see why in a very moment. Let's hear another section of the song before we go into the sound shaping. This is already very promising, but pretty standard if you ask me. Let's dive into the shaping of the sound. Remember the vision? I wanted mid-grind, but also musical mids. What the fuck does that mean? It means that in my experience, the HM-2 can do so much more and hides beautiful sounds. So first, we kill all the useless noise over 12 kHz. It's a super minor difference, but if you really listen to it often enough, you can hear a change. Additionally, I applied the first dynamic EQ on the low end, taming the palm mutes without the need of a boost pedal and keeping the brutality. This is super handy because I'm only working in the digital realm. The low end will stop jumping around all over the place. It changes only a bit, but this is just the first EQ. After that, I noticed some annoying frequency bands that sounded like hissing, like the... Maybe you can hear it as well as soon as I switch it on and off. Curiously enough, almost every time it's the same frequencies no matter the IR, so I guess it's something the heavy pedal comes up with. That's why I copied this EQ to most of the chainsaw versions. I also applied another dynamic EQ because stacking stuff is better than one full board plugin. something that I learned from Frightbox Recording, awesome dude, link in the description. Next is the third EQ, again with a dynamic EQ, but with just one frequency I didn't like. You could leave this step out, but with the last EQ, you will see why I want to shape this as far as possible. This sounds like a lot of character and brutality to me, so let's finalize this. I want to get the high frequency grind back to cut through the mix and keep the original character, so I just applied a high shelf, because now that I lost every annoying frequency, I can lift the whole upper frequency bands. Listen how the sound suddenly becomes exciting. So that's basically it. With the other 5 sounds I chose a different HM-2 type, a different amp, different IRs, but the EQ is almost always the same. Goes to show how much the preset and especially the AR make a difference. If you want to see the other sounds, just tell me in the comments below, and check my Instagram page where I posted a video of all 5 of the sounds. If you have any tips or advice or mistakes I made, please tell me in the comments, because I'm a noob and I always want to improve my skills. That's it. And as we like to say goodbye, may your cuts be sharp and your wounds deep.